Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum, Namaskaram. Welcome to a live session with Neelu. Today I wanted to talk about personal finance and share some practical tips that you can inculcate in your life for improving your personal finance. We'll wait for like a minute to have more people join. Can you guys hear me fine and clear? Can you give me a thumbs up? Can you hear me fine? Or a wave or a thumbs up? Hi Meher. Where are you guys joining in from? Can you enter the name of your city? Hey, hi Vandy. Kolkata, we have Meher from Kolkata, we have Shami from Kochi, we have Kefi from Sharjah, Hamid Hana from Dubai. Great. Anjali from Tirunelveli. Okay, cool. Alright, so I don't want to keep you guys waiting, so I'll get straight into it. Just a quick reminder that I will be taking your questions. So at the bottom of your screen, you will see a question icon, a little speech bubble with a question mark inside. You can use that to ask questions. Today's topic is personal finance. So I would appreciate it if you stick to the topic so that we have a good flow. I will take the questions in the end. So make sure you wait till the end after leaving your question in the little bubble. Alright, so personal finance. The first thing that I would like to tell you is that whenever we start something new, whether it's improving our money mindset or whether it's getting on a workout regime or eating better or starting a business, it's all there are a lot of physical stuff that you have to do depending on the activity that you have taken up, but there is also a lot of mental gymnastics that you have to do as well, in the sense that you have to work on your own mindset first in order to improve your money management skills. So when I say work on your money mindset, what do I mean? Listen, when we are growing up, we hear a lot of things about money, and generally the things that we hear about money is negative. There is a lot of negative connotation, negative energy surrounding money. Money is bad, money makes you selfish, money asking for more money or desiring for more money is selfishness, is greediness. We shouldn't charge more, so on and so forth. So we have to unlearn a lot of things that we have been conditioned to believe since our childhood. So that is the first thing that I would recommend that you do. Work on your mindset. And how can you do this? Obviously by joining live sessions like these, following social media accounts, especially those that are run by women, because generally women understand the hassles of other women who are trying to earn money. Read books, listen to podcasts, familiarize yourself with anything and everything related to money. Don't see it as something that you can't handle or you can't manage. It doesn't matter whether you were great at mathematics when you were growing up in school. Money management is not just calculations. There are a lot of other things that goes into money management as well. So unlearn the different habits that you grew up inculcating and learn new habits. The second thing, and this is very important, it sounds like a simple thing to do or something everyone should have done by now, but unfortunately I've noticed that a lot of women around us do not do this, and that is to open a bank account of your own. A lot of women around us do not have a bank account of their own. And even if they do have bank accounts, then what happens is either their husbands or fathers or somebody else, other male members generally have access to it as well. My recommendation to you is that you keep the account completely to yourself, whether it is the ATM card, whether it's the checkbook, the credit card, whatever it is that comes with the account should be only yours. Even the password of the online app or the net banking app should be only yours. It shouldn't, nobody else should have access to it. If you want, you can obviously open a joint account with your spouse, but if you are opening a bank account, ideally it should only be yours, and only you should have access to the incoming money and the outgoing money. I'm not trying to break any marriages here or anything, but this is something that I have learned from my own personal experience, that when you have when somebody else has access to your money, then the chances of them abusing that access is very high. No matter how much we trust that person, things can always go in different ways, right? We're all human beings at the end of the day. So make sure that you are taking care of yourself first by having a bank account for yourself and not giving access to it to anybody else. The third thing is, let's say you are starting out with this whole money management and you're not great at it, then my recommendation is to start tracking your money. Now you can take a notebook, note down the date, and start tracking where all did you spend money on, whether it's 10 rupees for a parking lot or 1000 rupees on a Zomato order, or let's say 500 rupees or something on your Netflix subscription. Whatever it is, for 2 weeks track where your money is going and where you have money coming from. You can do this in a journal, you can do this on an Excel sheet, and there are plenty of apps. Just go to the App Store or Play Store, look for an app that you feel connected to, and install that app and start tracking your money for 2 weeks straight. Why track your money? When you do this for 2 weeks, you realize, you get clarity on where the money is going and where the money is coming from. A lot of times this data, like the spending and income and all of that, stays in our head, which can create anxiety and stress. Sometimes we are making a lot more than we think we are making, or we are spending a lot less than we think we are spending, but we beat ourselves saying that we're not making enough or we are spending too much. Whatever the case is, having everything written down and having data and numbers right in front of you can give you a lot of clarity and confidence. So make sure that you are tracking your money. If this is like the first time you're doing this, then do it for 2 weeks at least. The next thing I would say that you inculcate is building micro habits. By the way, hi, hello to everyone who are just joining in. I would love to know where you're joining from, like the name of your city. And also, if you could press on the heart button a couple of times, then the engagement on the live session will be better and it will reach more people. So if you could do that for me, I would really appreciate it. Thank you. So yeah, building micro habits. Whenever we get into this worry that, oh my god, I'm spending way too much, I shouldn't be doing this, I shouldn't be doing that, what we do is we tend to cut out things from our life. Like we get into a hurry and we sort of cut out things. So it could be unsubscribing from, let's say, Netflix, or removing all the food delivery apps like Zomato or Swiggy or whatever, wherever you're living. Instead of going into a drastic cost cutting method which you can't sustain on a long term, my recommendation is that you build kuti small micro habits that you can sustain on a daily basis. I can get back to the workout example again, okay, because that's the most relatable for many of us. When we start working out, the first day we are in full form. 30-40 minutes of walking, then 10 minutes of weightlifting, and we are eating well that day and all of that. And then after third, fourth day, we see the dip and we end up giving up. Why? Because we are starting in full steam. We are going in full steam. We are going in full force. So much so that our body and mind is not able to adjust, and then we just end up losing it completely. So instead of doing that, my recommendation is that you start small. So again, like workout, 10 minutes the first day, 10 minutes the first 2-3 days, let's say, and then 20 minutes the next day. In the same way, what can you do with your money? Habits. So like I was saying earlier, instead of unsubscribing to all the platforms and all of that, look at the things that you can do. For example, you can automate your savings account, or any savings scheme that you take part in, you can automate it. So let's say you joined one of the savings schemes by Indian Post Office, if you are in India, then automate it so that you don't have to go to the post office every month and deposit money. They have apps and stuff these days. You can ask the person at the post office, they are pretty good at explaining. Or let's say you joined a life insurance policy where you are paying monthly premium. Or let's say you have taken an SIP for a mutual fund. So automate it so that you're not manually making the payment every month. When you automate it, automatically, what I mean by automation is, automatically the money will be deducted from your account for those particular activities. So when you do that, you are actually building this habit of saving money and also making the most of technology, right? You're combining both. That way you won't fall behind when it comes to savings. What else? Okay, now some of you are freelancers here, some of you are business owners, micro business owners operating from home. There will be months when you will have a lot of orders come in. The holiday season, December is coming up, Christmas season is coming up. For some of you, that's peak season throughout the year. For some of us, it goes up and down throughout the year. We don't really have seasons, but we do have ups and downs. So whatever the case is, if you have an irregular income as a freelancer or as a business owner, then you will be like, how can I save or budget when I have irregular income? If I have to pay 2,500 every month for as SIP for a mutual fund, how am I going to pay for it when I don't make 10,000 rupees per month? Just a random example. In that case, what you should do is, when you have those good months, those months when a lot of money comes in or a lot of orders come in, make sure that you spread out that income for those months when your income is low or when you have slow months, like less orders. An example that I can give you is, let's say my coaching program, I'm earning $1,000 per batch per person. Okay, so generally my batch is 90 days long. Okay, the previous CBA, you might have heard of CBA on my profile and stuff. So let's say I'm earning $1,000 per person whenever they join CBA. Now the $1,000 is not per month, it's for 90 days, it's for 3 months. So when I'm budgeting or allocating money for different things, I remind myself that this $1,000 is for 3 months. Although it came together in one go, like most clients make the payment in one go. Although it came in one go and I have money suddenly sitting in my bank account, it's not for me to finish in 1 month. It is for me to allocate for the next 2 months as well. So I have to, I will put money away for the next 2 months rent. I'll put money away for the next couple of months salaries, so that if I don't make enough the next month, I still have money lying around. Not lying around, I still have money that I can use. You get the idea, right? So if you have irregular income as a freelancer or a small business owner, that is my reminder to you, that you make sure you spread out your income for the next couple of months as well, and you're not spending everything in one go. Here again, your mental like mental work comes in, or improving your money mindset comes in here again. Because many times, if we grew up in low income or low to medium income households, then when we start earning money and when we start getting a lot of money in one go, we don't know how to manage it because we're not used to having so much money, and we end up overspending or spending it on random things. This is why it's very important to teach yourself to budget, allocate, and spend money, spread out the money that you're earning for slow months as well. Hello, hi everyone. A lot of you are new here. I mean, you've just joined. I would love to know where you're joining from. Just leave your city name. Trivandrum, Dubai, Chennai. We have people from different parts of the world. So I would love to know where you're joining from. Alright, so I've shared 5 tips so far. Quick summary. 1 is working on your mindset. The second is starting your own bank account and making sure that you are the only person who has access to that account. Third is tracking your money. If you're starting out, then do it for at least 2 weeks. This will give you a lot of clarity on where your money is coming from and where your money is going. Fourth is, instead of going full steam and cost cutting and doing all sorts of random things, build micro habits and build the habit of automating your savings and all of that. And fifth is, if you have irregular income, what do you do? That's what I explained. Okay, now before I go to the next point number 6, I would like to talk to you about my 12 months mastermind, which is called Elevate. Elevate Mastermind is designed for business owners who have been in business for at least 2 years consistently have been doing business. It's a 12 months coaching program where there are weekly coaching calls, pre-recorded sessions, guest sessions with experts in the industry. If you would like more details about Elevate, then just send me a quick DM writing Elevate and I will send you the details. It's $2,000. Since it's the first round of Elevate, I'm giving it at a very discounted price of $2,000 for a year. Before you get shocked at the amount of $2,000, please make sure that you actually divide it by 12 months. So it's $2,000 for 12 months, and this offer is only for beta launch for the next like in a couple of months. I'll be hiking the investment. So if you would like any details about Elevate, just send me a quick DM and I will send it across. Alright, so the 6th practical tip that I would like to share when it comes to personal finance is something called the envelope system. Have you guys heard of the envelope system or envelope system? Basically what you do is you take, let's say, 3-4 envelopes, and then you insert cash in each of them, and you mark the activity that cash is for. So for example, one will say eating out, and you will put, let's say, 2,000 rupees. The second one will say rent and utility, 10,000 rupees or 20,000 rupees, depending on how much rent you're paying and how much your electricity bill is. So that money is for that. Online shopping, let's say, the next envelope, and you will put 5,000 or 6,000 rupees depending on how much you make. So you get the idea. Each envelope will have a set amount of money, and when you're spending for that particular activity, you will take money from that envelope, and once the money is over, then you don't spend on that activity. So let's say for eating out you kept 1,000 rupees, then once the 1,000 rupees is over, then you're not going to spend on that again. So this is a great way to budget. Of course, you don't have to do this manually because a lot of us don't use cash anymore. You can, I don't know, probably keep an app to track this, or an Excel sheet, or have separate accounts for separate activities, and then you add money to those accounts, and then you take money from there only for that particular activity. I mean, you guys are clever. But this is the idea behind the envelope style of budgeting. The 7th point that I wanted to share is look into easy savings schemes. Like when I say easy, these are easy to start, these are easy to maintain. You don't have to invest a lot of money in the get-go. I mean, from the get-go. Whenever I speak about investing, whether it's with men or women, what I've noticed is a lot of times people say, "Oh, I'm not making enough to invest, so let me increase my income and then I will start investing." The thing is, I don't think we'll ever reach a point where we are making enough to invest. Let's say I'm making 10,000 rupees or 10,000 dirhams this month, and it's not enough for me to start. Then maybe after 3 or 4 months, I'll start making 20,000 dirhams. But then I'll probably still be in that same mentality where I'm like 20,000 is also not enough. So let me make 30,000. So I'll start investing when I make 30,000 rupees or dirhams. So I wouldn't recommend that. What you should do ideally is start where you are. And how to start where you are? With easy to set up schemes. A lot of saving schemes, whether it's recurring deposit or the Indian post office schemes, etc., are all very easy to set up. You can go to the post office with your Aadhaar card and documentation. They will tell you the different schemes they have. There are schemes for girls only, or like female children only. There are schemes for senior citizens, for regular citizens. They have a lot of schemes out there at Indian Post Office, and it is all you have to do is walk into the post office and tell them that this is what you want to do, and they will get your form and the little booklet and everything sorted. By the way, you don't have to go to the post office also, depending on where you live, because a lot of times post office has different branches have employees who actually do this on a regular basis and will come to your home and open the account for you on your behalf. So that is also, that is how I got the ones in my children's name opened, because there are ladies who go from houses to houses and ask whether you're interested in joining, and then they get the whole documentation sorted. And most of these schemes you can join with as little as rupees 50 per month or 500 per month or something. You can look into it. So the reason why I'm giving this example is there are saving schemes out there which are honestly stupidly easy to start and stupidly easy to maintain. So I suggest looking into it. These days there are apps that helps us invest in stocks and shares. There are apps of different banks that helps us invest in mutual funds and all of that. So start looking around and look for something that is easy to start. Why? Because it will also build your confidence. When you are building those micro habits of saving and automation, you are also building your mental confidence, your self-confidence around money. When you invest, or like when you make the payment for the first couple of months, you start feeling good about yourself, and you're like, okay, I can do this. This is not as difficult as I thought it was going to be. So you can, it's going to improve the way you look at money and help you do more. So once you start with one kutti small scheme, you can move on to something that's a little more complicated. So those were the 7 points. The next point, and this is for both business owners and salaried employees and even freelancers, and that is to improve your negotiation skills. You want to make more money, you want to charge more, then make sure you're asking for more. You're not settling for less. Okay, try and find out what others in your industry are charging for the service that you are providing, and either charge more or charge the same. But try your best not to charge less, because then it affects your quality of work as well as the pricing of the industry as a whole. So when, let's say, a prospect comes to you and someone comes to you and says, hey, I would like to get the service done from you, but your price is high or you're expensive, learn how to sell or learn how to negotiate and improve the amount that you're going to get in your bank. Um, how to improve your negotiation skills? Honestly, it's practice. It's learning about reading and learning about sales techniques and all of that. If you are a salaried employee, then again, whether you're going for interviews or whether it's your yearly review, you should have a good negotiation skill. Like you should be able to talk well and ask the other person for more. Tell them why you should be paid more. So improve your negotiation skills. Hello, a lot of new people have joined. Say hi, and if you could tap on that heart button, it will give my live more engagement. And also, if you have any questions, you can ask in that little question bubble sticker. What else? And tell me where you're from. Which city are you joining from? We have people here from Trivandrum, Dubai, Chennai, etc. Where are you from? Alright, the last point, and the one that a lot of people seem to miss out on, is the fact that when it comes to earning, the sky is the limit. Like, there is no upper limit to how much money you can make. You can make as much as you want. $1 billion, it's yours. You can do it if you want, and if you are willing to put the commitment into it. But when it comes to cutting costs, there's a limit. This is why you should always look for ways to earn more rather than keep cutting down on your expenses. You can cut out on your Netflix, fine. But then what is life without a little bit of entertainment, without some hobbies, without going out, meeting friends, or going on a road trip or taking a vacation? What is life without all these little activities that brings us happiness? So there's a limit to how much we can cut out or cut down on, but there is no limit when it comes to earning money. So look for part-time opportunities. These days I give guest lectures at academies and institutions. I'm not a permanent lecturer anywhere at any of these institutions, but whenever they call me, I go give the lecture and I get paid for it. So it brings in a little bit of cash influx, especially on those months when things tend to be slow. What are some of the side hustles that you can do? You can do content creation, you can do social media marketing, you can do content writing if you're good with writing, if you have good copywriting skills. Copywriting is one of the best paying niches in marketing. People are paid pretty well if they know how to write to bring customers. Copywriting and regular writing are two slightly different things. So if you can learn copywriting, or if you can learn SEO and how to do SEO for your clients, there's so many things that you can do. We have internet, like every household has internet these days. We have a phone or a laptop. Most of us are educated. We have a minimum school education, if not graduation and post-graduation, which means we're all very educated folks, and we are all capable of doing a lot of things. So do not underestimate yourself. Do not think that just because you took a career break, or because you didn't work, like you didn't go to an office or work after college or so, or after getting married, you're not going to make money, or you can't make money. No. We are not living in a day and age where wealth was limited to few families, like the Ambanis or Adanis or the huge fat Tata and all those families. No. We're living in a day and age where anybody with an internet connection can easily make money if they're willing to put in the effort. So look for side hustles, look for part-time gigs. Fiverr, Upwork, freelancer.com, etc. are all great places where you can go look for part-time gigs and part-time hustles. Depending on what skills you have, whether it's graphic designing, video editing. Do you guys know video editors are paid really, really, really well, because video content is very crucial when it comes to marketing these days. So video editing, like if you can sit down and understand how video editing works, if you have the software and stuff, you can easily start making money. You can start small and then build up. So There are so many ways to make money these days. I encourage you to look into it and start building your own wealth. You deserve it. You deserve a good life. You deserve to live a happy, stress-free life, and a happy, stress-free life in many scenarios requires money. All right. So that's about it from my side. Do you guys have any question? Since the topic for today is personal finance, if you could stick to the topic, that would be great. But otherwise, if you have any other questions, please feel free. I'll be coming live tomorrow as well at 11 a.m. to talk about a particular marketing model called IDA. How you can use IDA to turn your existing followers into paying clients, like what kind of content to create. I'll be giving examples. To join tomorrow. But for today, do you guys have any questions? Anything that I can help you with? Yeah, I would like to remind you that my new 12-month mastermind for online business owners called Elevate is open for applications. The program will officially start in January after the new year and after all the holiday hustling and holiday break and all of that. But the pre-bookings are open. I know all of you want to know how much I'm charging for it. It's actually a very limited time and discounted offer of $2,000 for a year. The mastermind is 12 months long, so it's $2,000 divided by 12, how much ever that is in your currency. There's going to be weekly coaching calls. There are a ton of pre-recorded trainings. There's guest sessions by experts in the industry. I've been calling in my friends to come and talk and teach you guys new things. There's going to be a lot inside the program. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me or send me a quick DM with the word Elevate and I will send you the details. Anything else? No questions? Nothing? Awfully quiet crowd. Alright you guys, thank you so much for joining. Take care. Bye bye. I'll see you tomorrow.